Welcome back to Best Behaviour, an initiative brought to you by B Corp and ESG Clarity to discuss how companies are implementing tighter and deeper corporate governance frameworks. For this video, I'll be chatting with Peter Flavel, CEO at Coutts, to find out why the company were inspired to join this movement. Hi, Peter. Thanks so much for your time today.
Good to see you, Natalie.
So following on from the last video, can you talk a bit about how does the BIA relate to the Articles of Incorporation?
Well, the BIA, as you know, is an online assessment of 250 questions across five areas. And one of those questions asks areas is governance, and they ask you about your Articles of Association. And we changed our Articles of Association prior to doing the formal assessment, and we got 7.5 points for that answer, and we got through the magical 80. So the business impact assessment is, I think, a really important step in the process for people to understand, without the commitment to going through the full process, to understand how you're running your business and how well you're doing it and how perhaps not so well that you're doing it. So one of the reasons that we wanted to become B Corp, well, we found out about B Corp from one of our clients who was going through the process, and they wanted their bank to be a B Corp. So we looked at it and we thought it was a bridge too far initially. And then we looked and went, actually, no, we can do it. And it took us 2 years to get there. And one of the reasons was we wanted to hold ourselves to account on how we're running the business and commit to an ongoing level of improvement, and through the Articles of Association, codifying that commitment to B Corp and to this ongoing assessment, ongoing improvement. But one of the other reasons is we bank a lot of successful entrepreneurs, and so the leverage that we think we can bring is to get as many of our clients to join with us, and firstly doing the business impact assessment, and then committing to the full assessment.
Thank you, Peter. You've talked a bit about how you learned about B Corp from one of your clients. Why were you inspired to join the movement and sign up?
One of the things about B Corp is it is a movement, and it shouldn't just come from the boss or the board. It should come from everyone. And so I think there's an inspirational element to this for all staff to say, actually, they're working with a company that cares about all its stakeholders. So it's not just the companies, if it had a brain, the company wants to do the right thing, but it's everyone inside the company wants to do the right thing by all stakeholders. And particularly for younger staff who just have a different attitude towards what commerce should be doing in respect of the way businesses run and the environment. I think there's a really important talent aspect to this as well, as to another reason why becoming a B Corp is a good idea.
Fantastic, thank you. And how does Coutts envision their corporate governance structure in terms of supporting a more sustainable future for their business, and importantly, those stakeholders that are directly and indirectly affected?
Given that we've become B Corp and we've changed our Articles of Association, that codifies our commitment in terms of the articles, but with a reassessment every 3 years, and you need to improve, and quite rightly the bar gets improved, raised each time around. So we're doing a lot of work across all of those 5 areas in the business impact assessment to ask ourselves, where can we improve and do better? One of those areas for us is going to be the supply chain. So when we looked at those five areas, the one area where we thought, actually, we need to spend a bit more time on our supply chain. And so that's what we're doing now, is to ensure that all of our suppliers, we can get as many of them to do the business impact assessment, and hopefully for them to join us on the journey as well. So I think really the answer to your question is it's every stakeholder in the bank, from our NEDs, because our NEDs have now committed as a non-executive director to a company with this codified in their articles. And so they need to be sure that us as management have the plans in place to ensure that they're delivering on that commitment in the Articles of Association. So that's at the board level. Then at the management level, it's the same thing. How are we managing the business so that it improves over time? And then for all of our staff, how does each area of the bank support each of those areas where we need to improve? So the answer is it's everyone's job.
Great, thank you. And it's great to hear how you are holding all of those departments accountable. That's what this is all about, right? So thank you very much for your time, Peter.
Thanks, Natalie.